Hello everyone, it's Shanna. I'm so glad you're here today. Now today we're going to be working with this Tuck It In add-on craft die from Cat Scrappiness, and I'm going to use this brown cardstock, and I'm just going to pull off the large die on here and get it positioned correctly and lay it down on my card base, and then I'm going to bring in 3 of the little stitched slits. This will make slits in my dirt mound so that I can tuck my little carrots into my dirt mound. And I'm just going to use 3 of them. I'm only using 3 because I'm going to use an A2 size card base. And I think that I just have enough room to tuck 3 of my carrots in. And so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just kind of getting them lined up, trying to figure out exactly how I want them to lay on my card base. And I'm keeping in mind that I'm going to use a bunny, and I need some space for the bunny as well. So I've got those laid down on there, and I'm just kind of arranging them how I want them, staggering them a little bit. And I've got my pink pixie tape, and I'm just going to tape them down and get them ready to go through my die cutting machine. And we'll just lay that aside. And then next, I'm going to bring in our Carrot Fun craft dies, and I'm going to use the 3 smallest carrots and lay them on this orange cardstock, and I will die cut them out of this orange cardstock. And I'm just going to use that, and then I'm going to bring in some green so that I can get the leaves to my carrots and die cut those out. And then I'm just showing you that it's the Carrot Fun craft dies. I'm going to bring in the Peking Bunny craft dies, and I'm going to lay them on my white, and I'm going to die cut out the little head, the little booty, and the feet out of the white, and then the tail out of the pink, and also the booty out of the pink, and we'll do some layering on that. So I'm going to go to my die cutting machine. I'm going to get all this die cut out. And here we go. So now I've got my triangle embellishment tray with all my small pieces so that I don't lose anything. And I'm going to bring in a panel or a card base, and I'll take my bone folder from Cat Scrappiness and just give it a good press and get it ready. Now I have used some of the bunny hop paper, and I've actually die cut out Easter blessings out of it. And I'm just trying to make the most of my cardstock. And so I just die cut my sentiment out of the middle of that because I know it's going to be covered. So I'm just going to get it laid down on there, and I've kind of got to glue up some of those little pieces because I did die cut it out. I'll cover it and it won't really matter, but I'm just going to get it glued down really well. And I love this purple kind of a trellis pattern. I think it looks really nice. And because I'm using that pattern, I used my Distress Oxide, 2 of them, and I just blended a panel, and I actually left the white of it bottom, or the bottom of it white, and I actually think I'll have to come in and add a little bit more blending because I don't think my dirt mound is quite large enough for that, so I'll just do a little bit more blending. But I'm trying to get this pixie tape off. This is a low tack tape, and usually it comes off quite easily and doesn't damage your paper, but I'm really having it stuck pretty hard. I don't know if I ran 2 passes through my die cutting machine, and that's why it's kind of sticking, but I'm just going to gently pull it off, and it won't matter because we're going to do some distressing to this. I think I do some stippling and some blending on this, and it'll be just fine. So the one side cut through, and it's a little bit longer than what I need, so I'm just going to just make a little snip and cut that off. And then I'll trim it on my card base so that it fits just exactly right on there. And this is where I lay it down, and I think, I've got some white showing there that I just need to blend. Just kind of blend it in a little bit. So I've got my brush, and it had a little ink on there, and I just did some more blending. And now I'm just kind of poking through those slits so that they'll be ready for my carrots that are going to go on there. Now I'm just going to glue the bottom, because I want to make sure that I don't glue up my little slits so that I can tuck my carrots in as I need to. So I'm going to get this laid down on my card panel. And this dye here would be just great to use for any kind of dirt mound, snow mound, anything that you need. It would be excellent for that. And the fact that you can create these slits and tuck stuff in, oh my goodness, think of everything you could do with that. So I'm just going to press it down and get it ready to go. And I'm going to bring in some of my alcohol markers and just do a little shading. I'm going to go over those little slits and just add a little darkness there, so we'll have a little bit of shading. And I'll do it on all three of them. And I think I decided that's a little bit dark, so I went with a little lighter, and I went back over it because sometimes when you go over it with a lighter, it'll lighten up the darker. And I'm just creating some shading there. And I've decided that I think I'm going to do some stippling on it. So I'm just going to go and just make a bunch of dots all over it and just kind of make our dirt have some additional dimension on there. And I like what it adds, especially because my pixie tape just wanted to hold, and I have a couple spots where it wanted to pull out my paper. So I'm just using the stippling technique to kind of hide that and just blend everything in and just add some additional interest to my card. And I like how it turned out. So that's my panel. And I've got my little bunny booty there, and I'm just checking to make sure it's going to fit all right. And just kind of bringing in my little carrots, and I'm going to do just a little shading on it. There's some really good die cut dimension on those carrots, but I'm going to just kind of shade one side and kind of highlight the dimension that's on there, and I'll do that for all three of my carrots and just highlight that embossing. And then I'm going to bring in my greenery, and I think I find like a dark green pine marker, and I'm just going to do some flicking on there, just kind of flick and add some dimension to the greenery. So I'm just going to flick on all three of them, and it really makes some nice little dimension to it. And then I can get those laid down on my three little carrots, and I like how that just added some dimension to it. So now we'll just bring in our glue, and we'll just dab some glue down on there, and we'll get our greenery attached, and we will have some good looking carrots. And I've got to grab my little pick and stick tool and just pick those up and lay those down. And look at those carrots. Are those not cute or what? I love them. So I'm just pressing them in and getting them lined up really well. Look how cute those are. Super cute. And then I'm just going to lay them here, but they will eventually tuck right into those little slits. And I'm just going to get some more glue on there. And we'll get the next one. We've kind of got the small, medium, and large. And then there's an extra large that I didn't cut out, but I'm just going to line them up. And they're pretty easy to line up. And then we'll lay that one there. And then we're going to put the big one in the big. And I chose my slits according to the size of the carrots that I chose. I did a smaller one, a medium one, and then a larger one. And get that laid down on there. And I think these carrots are just so cute. And that's what we're going to do. And then I'm just going to grab my little bunny that I did in pink, and I'm going to get his little white feet laid down on it. I basically want the little toes and the little pads of his feet to be pink. And so I went ahead and cut out two of the little bunny booty that has the feet attached, and I'm going to lay these white feet down on there and just get them lined up real well. I'm kind of fussing with it, make sure I get it lined up really well, and get the other one. And I got my glue in some spots that I didn't need it in, so I'll do some cleanup on it, and then we'll cut apart. We're actually going to cut this apart because I want that little pink showing through the bottom of his little feet, kind of like the ears. And I'll just kind of fussy cut that out, and it's really easy to do. And then I've got my little white base of my booty, and I'm cleaning it up with my little glue eraser, And I'm just going to get my little feet laid down on this little booty bunny. And I think it is super cute. And I don't have to worry about the glue because I've got it all covered, and I can just line them up on there and get them laid down. And you can see how easy that is to line up. And then I'll get the other one on there. That's so cute. And I'm just kind of lining it up. Now you can cover the whole head with that booty so that you can have the ears sticking out. And look how simple that is. Isn't that cute? So you got your little booty on there and you got your little ears. And I'm going to go ahead and bring in some white pieces that will lay in that embossed area there and just add some dimension. I think that looks really cute. And look how cute that is. Now you can have the bunny's face up, like the peeking bunny part, or you can have the booty bunny part. Now I'm going to use a little circle dimension here and just pop that little bunny tail up and stick it down. And I chose to go with pink on there. I just thought it was cute. You could do white or whatever you want to do, but I thought a little pink tail would look cute on there. And then you'll see I left space on there for my little bunny booty. And that now I'm just going to take my little carrots and I'm going to stick them down in their little slits. And I'm just bringing my little poke tool just to kind of poke it and get it ready so I can just slide them right in there. And they just fit in there perfectly. Isn't that cute? Look at that. And you can push them in or pull them up as much as you want. I was just eyeballing it. Now I'm going to put some glue on there and I'm just going to get them tucked in and glued down. And it's super easy. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness. So fun. And then I'll get my, I'm just kind of eyeballing, want to get my, keep in mind my little bunny. And I'm going to take my bigger carrot and I'm going to get it glued up and then we'll get it tucked in. And you can just slide it right in there and tuck it in. And I've left plenty of room for my little bunny. And I'm going to get my smallest one in there. Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness. And that purple sky with the dirt. And then my little bunny. It's just super cute. Now you could choose to die cut out multiple pieces and make it thicker or even pop it out. But I just chose to just lay it flat on there. I mean, you've got a lot of interest going on this card. You don't necessarily need all that extra dimension, but I just think that looks so cute. So there's my little scene. Now I just need to get it laid down on my card base. I actually decided that I had added some dimension to the carrots and the carrot leaves, and I thought maybe I should do some shadowing on my little bunny. So I'm just bringing in a cool gray alcohol marker, and I'm just kind of going around and adding some shadow to it where I think it needs some shadow. And that just kind of adds some extra dimension to our bunny. Anytime you have white, if you want some shadow, you just bring in a little bit of gray, and that kind of helps add some shadow to it. So that's what I'm doing. And then I think I even bring in, I'm doing a little bit more. I'm going to, it kind of dries back. So I brought it in and did it a second time. And then I grab my colorless blender and I just go over it and just blend it in a little bit just to kind of add a little bit of shading to the white that is around the gray. And that helps to do that with that colorless blender. And I think it looks really cute. Just going over all the edges of gray where I put it, just kind of blending it in and adding a little bit of dimension to the rest of the bunny. Okay, so now we're ready to lay it down. So I'm just going to kind of line it up and eyeball it and see how it looks. And I'm going to bring in my glue and we'll just get this laid down on our card base. Making sure I got enough glue on there. And just a tiny little edge of that purple is going to poke out behind that. And I just think it's a really cute scene. Super cute. And then I've decided I've got some areas where I need to stipple some more, so I'm just going to add some little dots in there and just kind of add to it. After I got my bunny laid down, I could see that there were some areas that I could add to. And I've decided I've got this Easter blessings that I die cut out of that center of that panel, and I'm going to put it on the inside. And you can see it's double-sided paper because we've got these little eggs on the back side of it. And I'm just gently pulling it out, and there we have the same pattern that was on the front of our card. And I'm using my little magnet just to hold it down, and I've got my reverse ombre rainbow tweezers that I'm gonna use to help me get these laid down on there. And I've got Easter blessings, and I think that's a nice little sentiment for the inside of the card. And I'm looking at the card and I think I need something else for the front of it. So I'm going to bring in this Purple Knights enamel dots, and I'm trying to decide which ones I want to use. And I'm just going to grab some of those and just get them laid down on my card just to kind of add some additional interest to it. And I think it looks super cute. These dies are just so much fun. I mean, it's just so much fun to just think about different ways that you can use them and what you can do with it. I think this card turned out really cute. I think it's a cute Easter card, and these dies are a lot of fun. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.